Hello, welcome to Virtual Physics Labs at VCU. I'm Dr. Samanthi Vikramarachi and I'm the instructor for your virtual lab sections. And also we have graduate teaching assistants who are your listed instructor on the banner. So if you want to contact them or contact me, our contacts are available on the canvas. Well, in this video, I will walk you through the our Canvas course and explain you how to perform the experiments virtually and submit the lab report to us. Well, as you are in Physics 207 or 208, we have separate Canvas course for your lab class. So let me share my screen and show you how to find it. All right, so when you go to the Canvas dashboard, you should be able to see all your courses that you enrolled in this semester. So for 207 and 208, the lab Canvas courses looks like this. So this is for Physics 207 and this is for 208. Remember, your lecture class is a little separated from us. So they have their professors have their own Canvas course for the major class. This is completely separate Canvas course that we are using to conduct the lab classes. However, the grades will be recorded on your major class as well at one point. However, this is the place to look for your lab assignments and your lab grades. Remember, check your class syllabus to see what is the portion of lab grade that's going into your final grade. It really depends on your professor. So please check your major class syllabus to see like what is the value of the lab class. I mean, it is really valuable, but how much, what is the grade percentage that's going into your final grade? Well, so here Physics 207 and 208, as I mentioned, it has its own separate course for you. So now let me open the 208 class. 207 looks about the same, so it should not be a problem like accessing this in the same format. So here you have the contacts. So if you click on this picture or if you scroll down, you can see the contacts for you if you need, right? So click on this one, you will have access to our emails and the class details. Well, so majority of students in this class is meeting face-to-face labs. If you are around on campus, and if you like to be on one of the face-to-face labs, please contact me, send me an email. I'll try to accommodate you because doing a lab virtual is not the best option. I mean, it is the best option with the circumstances, but it is not the best way to do a lab, especially a physics lab. So it's better to be on campus and do the face-to-face labs. However, with our circumstances, here we are virtual, it's okay. We will be covering the same materials, except you don't get access to the real equipment. So we are using simulators to collect data and do analysis. Well, let me put me into a student view. So you will be seeing on my screen, same thing as you do from your side. So here, if you go to the modules, I think you only have access to you don't have access to the face-to-face labs, but do you have access to the virtual lab assignment? So there are some materials to prepare for your labs. So here's the introduction to online labs. I created it as assignment, but you don't get any credit for this, but it's really important that you review these materials and be prepared for the labs. So introduction to online labs, open that, then you will have access to the lab schedule. So let me open it. So here you have access to the lab policies and the schedule of experiments. So if you click on or download this, you will have access to the schedule. So there will be places that you are seeing like there are no labs. That means there's no lab assignments available for that particular week. As I mentioned, we are following the same procedures as, same schedule as the face-to-face labs. Let's take longer. So I will get rid of this one because I'm in the student version. So it's really hard to open this one in this view. Anyway, so for you, it should be easy accessible. So download or open these these documents. So you will have access to the information. So there's a optional Zoom meeting on Wednesdays, 9 to 11 a.m. for the 208 lab. Please check the schedule for 207. I think it will be on Thursdays. And here's the link to the optional Zoom meeting. So when you are ready or if you are available at this time, please come meet us and get introduced to the virtual labs. And also, if you like, you can sit there for that 2 hours and finish your lab assignment. It will be easy because these are created I mean, these assignments are created for a time frame of 1 hour and 50 minutes. So you should be able to do it like before that. So if you're spending 3-4 hours on these lab assignments, that doesn't make sense. So you need our support. So please attend to optional Zoom meeting and get our help. All right, so here's my email if you want to contact me. And then let me show you what to do with the lab assignment. So I will go back to the modules, and under the virtual labs, here's the measurement and error analysis. Again, it is not a graded assignment, but it's really important to know your numbers and also how to do error calculations and how to explain the percent differences in our experiment values and the theoretical values. Now, if you open the electric charge, that's what we're doing for 208. For 201, we are doing motion graphs. So you will see that assignment on your course. So here I will list down the simulators that we are using. So if you click on these ones, it will open to a simulator. Just in case if these are not opening, check your ad blocker. So sometimes if you have active ad blocker, then it might not open the simulators properly. However, it should be easy access. If you have any trouble, you should email us or create a discussion here on the Canvas. So we should be able to help you. Now here, I usually keep a PDF version of the lab manual because it's easy to track, because it's keep the formatting fixed, and also all the pictures will be available. So make sure you open the PDF version of the lab. It might have lists down like lead author or lead experimentalist and associate experimentalist. You're not working in a group, so you will be the lead author. You will be the lead experimentalist. You are the lead, associate experimentalist. So these manuals are created to work in groups, but in this virtual setting, you will be by yourself. As I mentioned, you may attend to the optional Zoom meetings continuously every week, and maybe we can create your own small group, and then you can create the group assignments here. Anyway, for now, it is an individual assignment. So you are going to be the lead author, lead experimentalist, and the associative experimentalist. So again, get our help if needed. All right, so this is the PDF version of the lab manual. Download that and keep it as the reference. Then I created the assignment in a Word document and also as a Google Doc. So whatever for me, whatever worked best for you. Like if you're most familiar with Microsoft Word documents, then this is the best place to go. So download this one in the Word format. And if you're good at Google Docs, then this is the link to the Google Doc for this first lab. So you either use the Word document or a Google Doc. What you're going to do is you keep the PDF format file as your reference. So when you see a missing picture or a missing description, you need to look at the PDF version, because Word or a Google Doc will accommodate, using your settings. So it might be messing up from my settings. So you better keep the PDF version as your reference. It's really important. That's why I'm repeatedly mentioning it. Well, now when you're ready, so get the Word document and you're going to answer the questions there. So there are step-by-step instructions. So follow the instructions, perform the experiment, collect data, record it properly. Units are important. When you're graphing titles, access titles, those are very important, and units is really important. So you will see points dedicated for each question. So that is get distributed for the final value, your work, and also the unit. So it's really important that you perform a nice report submitting to us. So you basically download this one, answer the questions, and then make sure to save it as a PDF. Again, otherwise formatting will be difficult, and you might end up submitting some wrong document. So make sure once you're done with your report, save the file as a PDF before you submit it through the Canvas. Now, when you are ready, what you have to do is go click on the start assignment, and then down there, like if you scroll down, you will see like you can attach files. So go to choose file and then attach your document, and then you are ready. So go submit the assignment. You can submit up to 3 files, and also you are only allowed to submit PDF. In some cases when needed, we will let you submit Excel files. Still, again, if you can save those as a PDF, it is great, and it is helpful for us to grade on time. All right, and when you're done with the first lab and when we are graded it, you can go to the grade book, and then you will see your grades for the labs, and there will be comments. If there's any, you can access those as well. So electric charge, that is for 208. face to face. I don't think you will have access to those. But anyway, so you will see your assignment name, and under here you will see your grade. See, I'm being not the best student where I received 0, but you will be receiving 90s or 100s. So if you're doing really your best, so please try your best. And again, we are here to help you. So if you're confused with something and if you need support, please contact us.